People are discovering Malayalam cinema and thinking to themselves, that's not what I was expecting at all.
Do you think the way they deliver stories is unique?
What you see on screen is way more than 30 crores.
Once you start watching Malayalam films, you won't ever go back.
This must be the greatest period of Malayalam cinema that there has been.
Do you think streaming platforms were a big help in that?
The reason that has happened is simply because the quality of Malayalam cinema is better.
Welcome to the Pan India project. My name is Rohan, aka the Indian Cinema Junkie, and for today's episode, we're talking about why non-Malayalis are falling in love with Malayalam cinema. Charles is back here again. Welcome back.
Hi, yeah, good to be back again.
And I mean, as two non-Malayalis ourselves, I think this is quite a good one to do. So, why are we falling in love with Malayalam cinema?
Oh, wow. I think first and foremost, what Malayalam cinema is doing at the moment is showing to Western audiences that what you possibly think Indian cinema is not true. Mm-hmm. As in, I think we've spoken about this before, that the entry point for most Western audiences would be Bollywood. I mean, we know what Bollywood has been in the past and what Bollywood is continuing to do at the moment. And people are discovering Malayalam cinema and thinking to themselves, that's not what I was expecting at all. The movies that are proving to be really popular are unmistakably Indian films, but it ain't Bollywood.
No. And I feel like it is different to your mass, right? Your masala type movies, like your generic action, song, dance, like it's completely different ballgame. Yes, there are some films in Malayalam cinema where that masala action, big spectacle genre is there. But then at the same time, there's films where you can take such a unique concept or such a simple concept, add layer to it, and you get yourself a different story. Right?
Yeah. I heard a really interesting thing just recently. So there's a really famous Indian film critic. I think his name is Brad Waj?
Yeah, BR. Yeah, BR, yeah.
So he said this thing that made me go, oh, right, I didn't know that. He was talking with a person who was like really criticizing Bollywood because it is, I dare even say, boring at the moment. And what he pointed out was the fact that a few years ago, like a few decades ago, Malayalam cinema was just copying and replicating big Bollywood movies. Were they? Wow, okay, that's interesting. And this kind of like leads you into the fact that Malayalam cinema has grown, matured, and it's also like it's also realised that the way forward is just not to keep repeating the past, which is what the northern industries seem to be doing at the moment, just repeating the past. Whereas Malayalam cinema has suddenly gone, no, let's try this, let's try this. What about this? And that's why the films are becoming globally popular.
Yeah, because I think he said like it used to be like bad or like there was a time where it wasn't good, right?
Yeah, just copying Bollywood. Yeah, which
but then
is strange.
If you look to say, okay, if it was like that to where it's gone now, like look, we just had Lokah Chapter 1, right? What's it become the highest Malayalam film ever? It's made huge money, and it's just like that's what the potential like Indian cinema can be, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like it was done, it was a good film. It's a superhero film, right?
Yeah. I'd say first and foremost, it's a superhero film with from a mythical angle. But yeah, superhero film,
and then I think, and then this is where it kind of, I don't know if I want to be nice, but this is where Malayalam cinema put the rest of the industries to shame. Or like, because the budget of Lokah was only 30 crore, right?
I know. How? It doesn't make sense. What you see on screen is way more than 30 crores. So
Yeah,
what did they do?
100%.
How did they do it?
Like, just that whole thing, you're like, hold up, 30 crore for that?
Yeah.
Like, give me more of that.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
that is what they are doing, we need more of that. And it's hard for other industries, right? Because you have the whole money kind of stop paying stars and stuff. But here, and I think that's one thing that sets them apart. Small budget, big film, good story as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's another thing, storytelling. Do you think the way they deliver stories is unique within Indian cinema? And it's like they focus a lot more on the content.
I think at the moment, not just from the case of Lokah, although, yeah, it is quite unique, but I think pretty much just across the board, the themes of Malayalam cinema are like nothing you get in any other industry. And the approach to storytelling is really quite unique, and the ideas are expanded, or like the basic concept of a film will be expanded in a way that you are just not expecting at all, and that happens again and again and again. I'll begin watching a Malayalam film thinking, I know what this is. I know what's right. Okay, I could even write the script. What? Where are we now? What's going on?
Yeah.
And that happens so many times. And that just doesn't happen in a lot of the other industries for me.
And then I feel like maybe like us non-Malayalis are a bit more drawn to Malayalam cinema, because I think it does feel like a breath of fresh air, right? We did mention how, the rest are kind of focused on mass and stuff, whereas this is not. So it is that breath of fresh air for us, I think, as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I think also what is really working in Malayalam cinema's favour at the moment is the fact that the stories are unmistakably Indian. Settings are obviously unmistakably Indian. These are Indian films, but they are also stories that would work in Western cinema. And I do actually think that there's a couple of Malayalam films that are now being looked into for possible Western remakes.
Okay.
And I don't think that's happened with any of the other industries before.
No, because then I would ask you that is out of all the industries with India, Malayalam cinema, the closest thing that we have to Western cinema, to Hollywood, right?
Yeah. I think that one of the problems with Bollywood is that they tend to copy Western cinema, whereas within Malayalam cinema, they give us stories that, from a Western perspective, you say, "Oh, all right, yeah, that totally works. I can fully understand that." So a lot of the films are still like completely steeped in Malayalam tradition and heritage. But the stories have actually become universal.
Yeah, and I think it is more rooted at the moment. Like other industries or other films might go abroad to film some stuff.
Yeah.
This and that. I think most of the Malayalam films, well, I've seen, I would say, they have been a bit more rooted within India. Like there's village dramas and like whatever. But like most of it's done in India. So maybe
I can't think of a single Malayalam film, or none that I've actually seen, that have strayed out of state even.
I think Empuran was probably the only one.
Oh, yeah. That does go a little bit.
But it's big budget.
Yeah,
it's a big budget type film. But the rest have all kind of been tailored.
Yeah.
Like made for that.
They are within the state.
Yeah.
This is what's happening within our state. But come and have a look. And you'll find stories here that you can absolutely relate to completely.
And then I think I did mention this, when I asked I think it was on another episode where I was like, ChatGPT gave the thing, right? Bollywood is our entry, but this is the graduate program.
Yeah.
And that definitely is true because...
Yeah, it's like Bollywood is your foundation course in Indian cinema.
This is the
Malayalam
masters.
cinema is your PhD.
Yeah, Because once you start watching Malayalam cinema, I feel like you look at the rest of the films or in other industries and you're like, I don't know if it's as good. Like, I think you start to develop. It's not that, I'm not saying everything else is shit. That I'm not here to do it. Like, you know.
Oh, no, by
but
no means.
I feel like you realize the way they tell stories, it is a bit more stronger in the Malayalam side. You'll realize that you won't go back, basically. Once you start watching Malayalam films, you won't ever go back, I would think.
Well, I mean, like we did. Another thing that we talked about in the past was, though, that Malayalam cinema does need to make sure that it just keeps on reinventing itself and not sort of, get set in its ways. It is enjoying this must be the greatest period of Malayalam cinema that there has been. And long may it continue, I say. But yeah, they need to be careful.
Yeah, because
they don't want to fall into any traps here.
It has probably, last 2-3 years been put on the map a lot more, right?
Yeah.
But
maybe 5 years. Yeah.
But then why is that? Is that because, we had the pandemic and then COVID hit. So then do you think streaming platforms were a big help in that?
Well, in bringing all Indian cinema to a wider audience, yeah, definitely. But I think with a lot of the OTT platforms realizing the potential value of Malayalam cinema and putting them on, that's been a great help. But the reason that has happened is simply because the quality of Malayalam cinema is better than everywhere else at the moment.
But then do you remember, like, going back in, like, with all the Malayalam films you've seen, what your first ones were? Do you remember where your journey started?
Oh, gosh. I think possibly, I mean, I should imagine there is probably going to be one or two films earlier than this. But like obviously when you get into Indian cinema, it takes you a little bit of time to realize or understand the differences between the different industries, and also to make a note of what industry you are actually watching. To begin with, I just watched Indian films.
Yeah.
I didn't know where they were from. But now I know exactly where every film. Sometimes it's like a little bit difficult to keep track of where every film has come from because there's just so many. But I think one of the earliest ones that I can remember, although I think there probably might have been one or two before, and this is also if I was going to recommend a Malayalam film for a Western viewer, Dhrishyam.
Okay, OG one.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
We don't talk about
no
the
mention
others.
of.
Yeah.
Oh, I will say one thing though, because we touched on this in one of our previous episodes before about AJ. I read earlier this week that I think AJ has been told that he's not allowed to release first.
Okay, thank God for that.
Yeah, good.
But yeah,
but no, the OGs.
Dhrishyam, that was one of your first ones.
Yeah.
Interesting. And then so I think my first one, I was only watching Malayalam films from last year. That was when.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been like.
I'm a little bit before you.
Yeah, it's been a whole new thing for me.
Yeah.
To be fair, last year was really the ones in the cinema. That's it for me.
Oh, okay.
So like Argentium, I think that was the Goat Life. I think for me was the first one.
Yeah. Magnificent.
Yeah,
film.
Avisham. So I just started with the ones in the cinema. Only until this year.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, let me watch this Mohanlal film. Let me watch this Mammootty film. Let me watch, what's it called? Mineral Muli. Like, let me just start watching these. So I feel like there is a lot for us to watch on these platforms, and it's a cinema. But I just only watched a few last year, and then from there, I've enjoyed it. Like
at the moment, and again, long may this continue. But I think at the moment, the first thing I look for is the film posters. Obviously, who's in the film. Secondly, is it Malayalam? That's always of most interest for me now, and I have found myself prioritizing Malayalam cinema over any other. And that, I would say, that is like in the last year or so, whereas before that was never a consideration for me before.
Yeah.
And again, this is just testament to the strength and quality of storytelling. It is unrivaled, completely unrivaled at the moment.
Yeah, because you it's hard. I mean, don't get me wrong. Every industry has those kind of stories, but it's not on the volume, not in maybe in the quality, maybe as well, but it's just not in that respect to how Malayalam cinema do it, right? I mean,
it just seemed like the other industries are playing catch up at the moment, and a lot of the industries are not getting it right. Yeah, they're falling behind.
But then that's the thing. Like, there was this like little reel where this actress Mahira Khan, so she does like Pakistani films and stuff.
Oh
like,
yeah,
have you seen it? Where she was like, even like there onto Malayalam films now. She was like there was this group of guys as well, and she was like, you have to watch them. Like they mentioned, and someone mentioned that the fact that all these old Priyadarshan films, Mohanlal films, were being remade. Right, like whether it is Manichitra Bulbulaya was a remake, right?
Oh, right.
So I feel like there was that time. I mean, there still are remakes now. Don't get me wrong, but the whole thing of using Malayalam films and remaking them as well, right?
Yeah.
Like Dhrishyam as well. There must be more we're missing, right? But I think. Oh yeah. Also, there was one that I think you might not be able to believe, but Hera Fairy was actually a remake.
Remind me.
It has Akshay Kumar, Sonu Shetty, Paresh Rawal. It's like a comedy Bollywood film.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah.
So that was a.
That was a.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. I've got it here.
Is that the one that Paresh Rawal has just dropped out of?
The third part.
Yeah.
So the first one, I think.
Just so I know exactly which one.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Here,
I know. Yeah.
It's a remake of Ramji Rao speaking. Also, Bilu Baba was apparently a remake as well.
I don't know that.
With Irfan Khan, Shah Rukh Khan.
Okay.
And Bodyguard was a remake as well.
Oh, really? Right.
Salman Khan film. So I feel like.
So it has gone.
It's
both
gone.
ways,
but then it's also saying like. I was looking at this thing as well. Malayalam films have taken and done remakes themselves as well. Like I think I saw Amar Akbar Anthony, so old school one. But that was back in the day, and I know that there was time for it. But now they're not going nowhere. They're just doing their own stories.
Yeah, no, I mean everything that comes out of Malayalam cinema at the moment is OG. Really, it's completely original.
Yeah.
So the tables have completely turned. So like Malayalam cinema started off by copying this film, copying that film, like dipping into Bollywood or wherever it may be. Now the tables are completely turned, and everybody is now looking at Malayalam cinema going, we should be doing that.
Dying for, can we remake Lokah? Can we remake Drishyam 3? Can
you imagine a Bollywood Lokah remake though? I don't even want to think about that.
I don't want to think about that. No, but out of even all the actors, like from the Malayalam films you've watched, who are like your favorites? Who do you like?
Mammootty.
Yeah?
I don't know if this is controversial or not, or whether there's maybe even anything in this. I get the impression that at the very, very top of the pile is Mohanlal.
Yeah, okay.
Would you say he was number one?
What, and like acting-wise or like star presence-wise?
Both. Like the whole package.
Oh, I don't know, because we've got the M&Ms, right? Mohanlal, Mammootty.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I feel like from an audience perspective, I think people... I don't know if they like Mohanlal more, but the audience reactions, they're a bit too much.
Yeah.
Like, he's a bit more like out there.
I don't know. I just get the impression that Mohanlal is the number one. He is the favourite. For me personally... There have been a lot more Mammootty films that I've got to the end of and thought, oh, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
I really enjoy Mohanlal films, but not at the same rate as I enjoy Mammootty films.
Oh, I think as an actor, in terms of acting-wise, I prefer Mammootty films. But then if we it's a tricky one.
Yeah, it is
a
really
tricky one
difficult,
to
isn't
pick
it?
between them two.
Yeah.
But
they
I
are
thought
so close.
Yeah.
But Mammootty is just edging it for me.
Yeah.
But then, oh God, there's everybody else.
But then you have like Fahad Faisal, right? As well.
Faisal, the whole of the younger generation.
Yeah.
Tovino, Basil
Tavina,
Joseph. I mean, they are all making. So I think like you could consider like Mohanlal, Mammootty to be like the elder statesman.
Yes.
But the younger generations are just carrying on in what has now become the same tradition of ultimate quality filmmaking.
But then going to that point of the younger generation, compared to other industries, there is more of that acceptance towards the younger generation here, Malayalam cinema.
Yeah.
They're a bit more open to them. It's not like you look at, let's say, Bollywood movie. Oh, it's got that young actor. I'm not going to watch it. Whereas here, it doesn't matter who's in the film. Like, obviously, everyone has their favorites.
Yeah.
But you'll still go and watch it regardless of the actor.
Yeah.
I wouldn't look at it. If I feel like there's something interesting involved with the film, I'll go watch it. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, there doesn't seem to me to be quite the same attention paid to Nepo kids within Malayalam cinema in the way that, like, depending on what your view of Nepo kids is, but like that, you know, it's rife in in Mumbai. In actual fact, the only what you might describe as a Nepo kid that I know of from Malayalam cinema is Lokah, and he has just completely proved himself as a credible actor and filmmaker anyway. He's standing on his own anyway.
Yeah. But then that's the thing. I think Prithviraj and Fafa are as well. Correct me if I'm wrong.
But you see,
they've made a name
really
for themselves,
interesting.
right?
Yeah, because I didn't even know that. I didn't know
think,
that they were
yeah.
like from are they from like major legacy families or what? I
See,
mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
don't
100%
hear-
sure. But yeah, we don't hear about it, right? I mean, and that's the thing. Like, the audience are not bothered about that in that industry. It's fine. We can watch whichever film, doesn't matter what actress or actor, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But then that even goes back to the whole superstar stardom, right? That's what sets Malayalam cinema apart. The expectation, let's call it one trick pony, that's not there in Malayalam cinema. Because even BR, he said this in this round, like, group discussion thing. You can expect Mammootty to play a villain. You can expect Mammootty to play a gay man. You can expect him to play any of these roles. And it's fine with the audience.
Yeah.
Like, we'll all accept it because we look at him as the actor, not as I don't know if star's the right word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, well, look at what happened just recently. Now I know this was just an advert, but I got up one morning to suddenly find myself watching Mohanlal admiring this most beautiful jewelry, and I thought nothing of it. I was like, oh, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. You're like, is that actually hit? Like, that was incredible.
Like an hour or so later, I was like, what did I see? That was Mohanlal. And then that was it.
Just that expectation is not really there. I don't know.
I think we just like, do we just at the moment respect the Malayalam actors to a greater extent, and then therefore we will just accept
I don't know
anything?
I think
I don't know what it is.
If respect, I think there's respect for like all actors, but I feel like, because let's take a Rajni, for example, Rajnikant, right? We've seen him do the cigarette catches, the whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah.
We've seen that for how long? So I feel like these actors have built a name doing these stylistic things, right? Like Vijay, chewing gum.
Yeah.
They've built a name, they've built a brand, like Shah Rukh Khan, King of Romance. They've built a brand doing certain things.
Yeah.
Whereas Mohanlal, Mammootty have probably built a brand on the diversity, on their acting itself, right?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, you can't say Rajnikant's a bad actor or whatever. He's definitely not, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like the others, Mammootty, Mohanlal, have built a name because of the talent they bring to the table, right?
Yeah. I think it's very easy to, like, say for instance, Akshay Kumar. I can't really see him in a underworld gangster role. I just don't think that would really work for me. But I could see him playing Houseful.
Yeah, 6, 7, 8.
9, 10, 11, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But when you consider Mohanlal, Mammootty, and the younger generations as well, can they do the underground, the underworld gangster roles?
Yeah, they would all do it.
Can they do a daft, ridiculous slapstick comedy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. So they do seem to be, everybody seems to be a more rounded actor and believable in whatever role they've taken on.
Yeah. I just feel like, because then our expectations are not there as much with the Malayalam actors. I mean, you're right, yeah. If you can't see one actor doing that role, they won't do it, right? But whereas Mammootty, they will just do all kinds of like roles, like whether it's Brahmayugam, whether it's Skatul, like it's fine. We know you're that actor, so you would just do whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But then it's even like how many actors will actually play a villain nowadays? None. Like none of the legends or stuff would they? So it's
no, well, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah,
I was actually just thinking of L2.
Yeah.
Whereby they roped in Amir Khan to be a
Did they?
bad guy.
Oh, Cooley.
Sorry, Cooley.
Oh, yeah,
Cooley.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I got those two mixed up. Cooley.
Yeah.
At the very end of Cooley, they drag in Amir Khan, and I'm like,
At the end, yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah.
Here? It seemed a bit odd to me.
But then there's another difference as well, because there's a remake that came out this year, Bollywood remade Malayalam film Mumbai Police, and it had Shahid Kapoor in it. Now, apparently, so someone told me that in the original Mumbai Police, right, Prithvi Raj was there, and they actually had a homosexuality concept in that film.
Oh, okay.
Bollywood one, I saw none of it.
Oh, it's gone.
It was like chucked out, basically. It was just him as this cop, whatever. So clearly that range, like we've literally just talked about it, is just not... I think people are scared to take that risk because maybe it's the role as well, but then it's like, the audience are not going to pay for me to watch it. There's more of a risk in other industries. Yeah,
again, I think this is just testament to the bravery of Malayalam filmmakers at the moment, is they are not going to shy away from subjects like that. And there's absolutely no reason for them to. I mean, I don't really want to comment on the political nature of the film industries and of the country. I don't really believe it's my place to do so, but maybe if they want to catch up to the levels of Malayalam cinema, then maybe some of the other industries need to consider how conservative they might be. I don't know.
Interesting. But now let's move on to recommending movies for non-Malayalis, right?
Right.
So if you had to pick, let's go 5 each. 5 Malayalam films for non-Malayalis to watch.
Right, okay. Here is where I am going to struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
You're going to have to help me out here.
Okay.
And the reason for this is, from a Western perspective, it can be sometimes quite difficult to read an Malayalam film title. Yeah. And also remember it as well.
Yeah.
So sometimes I know exactly what film I'm talking about, but what was it called?
Yeah.
And then also another really interesting one for me is like when I'm talking to you about, particularly with Malayalam cinema, because like the titles can be quite lengthy. Quite a few syllables. You'll say a film title to me, and I'm like, "Oh no, sorry, I don't think I've seen that one." And you go, "Well, you have. We talked about it before."
And then you'll remember it.
And then, oh, is that? Of course, right? Yeah. So, anyway, right, getting to some recommendations.
Yes.
First and foremost, Dhrishyam.
Okay, valid. Like, he had.
I personally have watched both 1 and 2 once, and I got to the end of those films, and I thought, right, I am not watching those films again until 3 comes out. I almost want to try and forget what has happened in Dhrishyam 1 and 2. And I've read nothing about him. I've never gone over the synopsis again. I know the basic premise. I know why the story starts. But like all the intricacies and the detailing and the levels and the levels and the levels and this happened and that, I've like done my very level best to put it all out of mind. And what I'm going to do is when 3 finally comes out, and the OG3. I'm not
Yes.
talking about the other guy. Let's not. No, you
Yeah.
go and wait over there. When the third one comes out, I am going to do a triple bill.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to
See-
do a Dhrishyam marathon, and I would thoroughly recommend it. If you are a Western film fan,
Yeah.
wait till the third
Dhrishyam.
one comes out and do a Dhrishyam
Three.
triple bill.
That's- my only pledge with Dhrishyam is if you've watched the Bollywood one first, try and forget it.
Yeah,
Not in a
yeah,
not
yeah.
in a bad way. I'm
Yeah.
not, because that's how I did it, right?
Yeah.
When we were kids, Bollywood film came out. We watched that one first.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it's harder to enjoy the OG one because you exactly know what's coming up in that film. It's nothing surprising because you've seen the remake, so you're like, I know what's coming.
Yeah.
So it's just a bit harder. So my pledge is watch the original first.
Yeah.
Even if you haven't watched it, just don't watch the any of the remakes. Watch the original one
Yeah,
first.
no, it's got to be Mohanlal first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's number one.
Yeah.
What's the next ones?
Right. So now we're going to get into the territory
Yes.
of like, what's the film called?
Okay.
So in actual fact, this might potentially be one that you might not even know
Okay.
about actually, because it's a slightly obscure film. It's a Mammootty, and the basic story is Mammootty is taking his church congregation on a pilgrimage. So they've gone off to like do like a puja
Okay.
or whatever, and there's like a little coach load, mini coach load of him and his churchgoers, and they are heading back home. So they're driving across the state, heading home, and everybody in the coach is asleep, apart from Mammootty, who suddenly stops the coach, seemingly in the middle of nowhere, and then right over there's a village, and he just wanders into the village, and you're kind of like thinking to yourself, what are you doing here? He wanders into somebody's house and claims to be the father. And you're
Interesting.
like, what? Right, I'll leave it. I'll
was-
leave it there.
Was it the one on net? Is it on Netflix?
It's on one of the OTTs. I can't remember.
I'm trying to think. Is it Nanpakal Niruttamaya?
Yeah, that
Mayakam?
sounds like it
Yeah,
could be. I'll just...
Nanpakal Niruttamaya.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that is okay.
Yeah.
That's number 2. All right, what else do you got?
There's a Mohanlal film which was like, oh,
Really?
that's good. Yeah.
Was it an old one?
No, this is 2024.
Mohanlal one.
Yeah.
Is it not Valiban?
No, it's... so my number 2,
Yeah.
it's Malaikotai Valiban. Oh,
Yeah, Valiban.
Valiban.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Do you know it just as Valiban?
I
do you?
feel like I haven't seen it, but that must be the one, right? The period drama. Is it
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so that's
yeah.
number 3. Okay.
No, this is number 2.
So what's the number 1? Mohanlal. So the Dhrishyam,
Oh, Dhrishyam. Sorry, yeah, no, we're up to number 3. So
Yeah.
Dhrishyam,
the
number
Mammootty
1.
film.
The Mammootty, number 2,
Yeah,
and
and
then
this
Valiban,
Valiban at
number
3.
3. Yeah.
Okay.
And one of the things that I really loved about Valiban is it's actually a very similar story to one of my oldest favorite Western films. Well, it's
Okay.
actually an Argentinian film. And it's a very, very similar story. So there's a film called El Topo, whereby a guy has to go through the desert fighting various different people to achieve certain different goals.
okay.
And I started watching Valiban, and this is like
Similar,
really,
yeah.
really similar.
Yeah, okay.
But then also like one of the things that really stood out about Valiban to me was like it's just directed in a
Yeah.
slightly different way.
Okay.
Like they've like the slow-mo action sequences and whatever are there a little bit, but like the directing is just a little bit tighter and a little bit snappier, and it's just a
Okay.
absolutely thrilling
Yeah.
film. Yeah, completely loved it.
Interesting. 2 more. 2 more.
2 more, right? Well, I'm going to go for a comedy.
Okay.
Jaya 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 Hey.
You mentioned this on the
Yeah, we
earlier
talked
podcast.
about before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Basil Joseph and that Darshana, the lady that we can never remember the name of. Yeah. And the basic premise of this film is he is a particularly unpleasant
Husband.
newly married husband. He is a firm believer in a wife's places in the kitchen and blah, 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 blah. And the wife is like, no, I'm not doing that. And it essentially just turns into a fight between them.
Yeah.
She is fighting for feminist rights.
Okay.
And he is fighting against her because he just doesn't understand it at all. And it is just a beautiful watch.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a comedy film with
Serious message.
very, very serious messaging throughout it. I mean, like you should watch that film and take the messaging on board for sure. But it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's just brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last one, final one. What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, technically speaking, what I should do is like just drop all of those films down one notch because there is just the standout film. It's the one that me and you will probably never stop talking about,
Which
I
one?
should imagine. It's Kala.
Oh, that's your favorite. Is that?
Well, put it this way. I watched Kala before I knew the distinctions between the industries. So I didn't watch Kala thinking this is a Malayalam film. I watched it thinking it's an Indian film. So it just happens to be, as far as I'm concerned, that is possibly, I would say, my favourite Indian film that I've ever seen. It is the only film that I've seen multiple times.
Okay.
There are a handful of films that I've seen twice.
Yeah, it's quite a raw film though, right? It's
Oh,
quite,
yeah.
Like it's not for the light-hearted. Let's put it that way.
No, it's not. No.
Not in a negative, but it's like, I don't know how to describe it, but you know what I mean? It's not like, I feel like everyone's, do you know?
It's it's not a family film.
Oh yeah,
Put it
100%.
that way.
Well, 100% not.
Yeah.
Yeah, family, no fun. No.
But I think with being like a film fan from like the age of 4 or whatever it may have been, when you've watched a few thousand films, you start to understand like the technical side of filmmaking as well. And not only is Kala a fascinating story, it works on so many different levels. You can just watch it as the story as it unfolds on screen. You can then dip into the subcontext of the film. But then also, like from a technical point of view, it's just when you like break down some of the scenes in that film and just like try to imagine to yourself, how did they film that? Where the hell was the cameraman? And when you start watching the film, you'll understand exactly what I mean. It's like, I don't even understand how that particular shot was achievable. So it has all this beautiful story. Is beautiful the right word? Fascinating.
Yeah,
no, I think I should maybe go for
interesting or
fascinating story.
Interesting story.
It has these incredible subtexts to explore. It has this technical side to explore. Just one last point as well. It has an incredible soundtrack, which for me was very reminiscent of a lot of Western cinema as well.
Yeah, and also the fact that there's some text that does say based on true story.
Yeah.
But what you think the actual true story is, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. And also, like you get like a quite a long way into the film
until
before
it turns
the Rohit Fies, I think, is a director. He's like just taps you on the shoulder and says, "Oh, by the way,
it's based on
this
this.
is true."
It's a based.
What?
But you're thinking how? But that you'll have to research. But all right, 5. I need to think because do I want to do it different genres? Okay, 1, Bangalore Days. This was
Bangalore Days.
I really like that. I really enjoyed that film. Yeah. Bangalore Days 1.
Lokah again, isn't it?
Mani Chitrataram 2. That's like a must watch. Or a Mammootty film. Oh, okay, I've got like feel good. I've got horror film.
But you can only pick one.
Hey?
You can only pick one.
Oh. What do you mean, like horror comedy?
Well, no, I mean, it's got to be your choice. You've got to dip into...
Minro Muli. Okay, superhero uncovered, Minro Muli. That's for me, the best Indian superhero movie we have.
It was the most unique at the time,
It was really good. Like, yeah.
It was like, right,
3.
yeah, they suddenly got this right.
I've got a Mohanlal film. I'm picking a Mammootty film, but which one do I want to pick? Because I feel like Malayalam cinema, the classics have aged well. Do I want to put a classic one or do I want to put a new one? Okay, do I want to put this? Because I feel like, do I want to put, okay, I'm kind of stuck. There's two. There's a Mohanlal one, Chotta Mumbai, or there's Mammootty one, Raja Manikam. Actually, I'm going to go Raja Manikam for, it's like your standard commercial type film. 5.
Oh, right. Okay, there were two I've not seen myself.
Yeah,
so.
that's definitely worth watching. Shuks Mardash. Shuks Mardashini at 5. Yeah, I think that's for a Western audience as well. I think that would sit quite nicely with them because you don't know what you're getting until. I don't think.
By the way, sorry, just another note for us. Kala, Shuks.
Yeah, Shuks Mardashini.
Lokah. They are all Chaman Chako edited films. Yeah, he's becoming the most important editor in Indian cinema at the moment.
Well, look how good Lokah turned up. Look how good Shuks Mardashini.
Yeah.
And I think for a Western audience, watching that film, and I feel like you really find out what happens at the end, and it's like, what the hell? And it's more of a recent film as well. But I think that's my 5 for now. Yeah, it's hard. 5 is like, which ones do you go with? But I think that's 5. But I think going forward, like with what's next with Malayalam cinema, they still are trying new concepts. Like,
absolutely.
One to look out for is called Jatta Pacha, The Ring of Rowdies. Like, this is Indian cinema's first ever WWE film. And me being a WWE fan, me watching it since I was a kid, I'm like, we've never got this before. I actually can't wait. Like, just thinking about it, it's like, it's fresh territory, but it's going to be something.
I remember when you first mentioned this on one of your podcasts from quite some time ago now. And I remember saying to you, I seriously hope they've watched Liger so they know what not to do. And then I saw the trailer. And I'm like, yep, they've not watched Liger. It looks incredible.
Yeah,
I'm going to offer a double bill as well. So that... then coupled up with Shane Nigam's new film, Balti.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that.
I've not seen it yet, but again, I've just seen the trailer, and I'm like, yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, like with Jatta Pacha, it's just because it's the first WWE film we're getting, and I feel like there's this relationship between Indian cinema, between WWE. There's this like nice little tie over.
Yeah,
because WWE is pretty much similar. It's this big spectacle, right?
Yeah.
So what better way to use Indian cinema for that? And they're bringing Shankar Ehsaan Loy for the music. So it'll be really interesting to see how it ties in. I think it's coming Christmas time as well.
Yeah.
So for me, and for like, I'm sure WWE fans in general, they'll be like waiting for this film.
You see, this could explode. In the same way that Ranbir's new film, Ramayana, could explode for Bollywood around the world. I think that this could explode for Malayalam cinema around the world. It has that potential. I mean, like, WWE is like, if you get that right and an American audience picks up on that,
then you want to, that's something else. Like, that's definitely one to look out for.
Yeah.
And then you got a horror one coming out, DARI. So I feel like they still are continuing to push the borders more, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Can I make one more recommendation?
Yeah.
Moonwalk.
Oh, is that one you watched recently, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you see my little reel about that?
But I didn't see it all. But it was that was your 1,000th film, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah. It was my
1,000th
Indian film that I watched. Yeah. And it wasn't selected for that particular reason. It just happened to be. It was like, I mean, it captured me because it was the era that I grew up in, and it was essentially watching myself on screen. Basically, in a nutshell, what Moonwalk is about is the hip hop, breakdancing, body popping craze that I never even realised swept across India, but it did. And Moonwalk is the story of how it broke across India, and I was like, that was my world in like the 1980s.
Yeah.
I was one of these little body popping, breakdancing kids. And Moonwalk is the Indian story of. If you're into that kind of thing, it's just
interesting.
fabulous.
Yeah. But let's leave it on this. Why should people start watching Malayalam cinema today?
because it is world-class cinema. I mean, there's just no two ways about it. I would even go so far to say, at the moment, Western cinema is not offering much of interest particularly. I might be a little bit biased because Indian cinema is my world now. It is my life now. But I still keep a very strong eye on Western cinema, and I still do watch Western films. I'm not as excited as anything coming up as I am about Malayalam cinema. It is world-class cinema, and that's pretty much it.